Hello everyone! Welcome to GovTech's first ever TikTok Live. We are here on GovTech's headquarters, and the first thing you get to see once you enter our office is this beautiful village square.
Yep.
Come on guys, isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
Anyways, we just give a few more minutes for more people to tune in. And as you can see, there are no much people around in the office, and we are the last few here. So once there are more audience coming in, we will start off with our short self-introduction.
Yep. So if you have any friends who's interested in the tech field after graduation or even joining the public sector, do invite them by clicking on the share link at the bottom right corner.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
So I see many people coming in already. So thanks for joining GovTech first ever live stream. We have got exciting lineup for you, so please stay with us until the end. Yep.
Okay, I see there's quite a few audience here already.
Hello.
Hi Diana.
Hello. Hi guys.
Welcome guys, welcome.
So if you have any friends who are interested in joining the tech sector, so you can share the link and then we can share with you what are our job search journey here.
Yep. Okay, shall we start, guys?
Okay, I think we shall start off with our self-introduction.
Yep.
So a few things for the self-introduction. One is your name, then followed by your designation and what you do at GovTech. Just a one sentence will do. And then lastly, which school you are from and the year of graduation. So cool?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, I think Jovan, you start
Okay,
off first.
okay, sure. So hi everyone, my name is Jovan. So I'm an associate software engineer at GovTech. I'm currently under the Government Digital Services division, and I'm working on a project called TechPass. So right now I'm working on the front end and back end engineering. So it's pretty much about full stack development. And very recently I've just graduated from Singapore Institute of Technology, and I was studying software engineering over there.
That's awesome. Okay.
Okay, next is me. So hi everyone, I'm Bernice. I'm an associate DevOps engineer in Government Digital Services, same as Jovan. So what I do is actually I provide tools and services to enable developers to speed up on their delivery of their product. So I graduated from National University of Singapore, which is NUS, in 2019, and I majored in information system.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone once again. My name is Muhammad Nazar, and I'm an associate AI engineer in data science and AI division, video analytics team. So what we do at VA is that we use computer vision in order to streamline our clients' traditional workflow. So some of the computer vision techniques which we use is object detection and tracking, image classification, action recognition, and many more. So I graduated from Singapore Institute of Technology, majoring in software engineering in 2020. So actually Jovan is my classmate and now he's my current colleague.
Yeah.
So now passing my time to you.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Ming Xuan, and I'm currently working as an associate software engineer similar to Jovan, and I'm working under the GovTech Services Group. So I'm currently situated at Ministry of Manpower. Yeah, so I'm working under the division called WorkPass Integration System, and my project is revolving around foreign domestic workers. Yeah, so I graduated from NUS on 2019, and similar to Bernice, I also major in information system. Yeah.
Wow, very interesting.
Hi everyone.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so I think we shall start off with our quick, this short icebreaker game. So for you guys to get to know us much better. So anyone wants to take the lead? Okay, so before we start off with the icebreaker game, right? The rules to the game is basically we have to say 3 things about ourselves. So 2 things would be the truth and 1 would be a lie. Okay, so and then the audience, you guys can guess which of the 3 is basically the lie lah. Yeah. So pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So anyone wants to take the lead or not?
Okay, I can start.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will be telling you all 3 statements, ABC. So for the first statement is, I have always passion about tech, and that's the reason why I joined tech industry. Yeah, so that's A.
Okay.
And B will be, I always wanted to join public services upon graduation. Yeah. Okay. So the third one will be, I have interned in GovTech before. Yeah. So which one is true?
I think you guys from the audience can just start to guess either A, B, or C, which is the false one, I think.
Yeah.
So there are 2 truths and 1 false, so maybe you can guess the lie.
Yeah.
So we
So
just
what
give
you
it
guys
a
think?
while.
I think the last one should be true lah.
This one should be true.
You sure?
The
So
last one?
Yeah. You think I
Please,
intern at GovTech
we
before?
intern together.
Hey, you cannot say the truth to the audience. Now
No,
they
then
know
the
that
audience will
you two got
know.
intern
Yeah.
before.
So the audience are saying like,
I give hint already, guys.
Okay, what did
the audience say
say?
A is the false one.
Which is the passion.
Oh, okay.
So it's, okay,
Is
then
that
I
the
think we,
false one?
okay, you know what? We
Oh.
go with the majority. Yeah, we
So
say
all
that
of
A
you
is the
think
false
it's A.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, that's right. So
okay.
actually for me it's more like a family influence, and that's the reason why I joined tech industry lah. So the reason why is because I actually talked to my uncles and my cousin about my major selection. So they were sharing with me on how technology actually can help to streamline processes and how they impact people's life.
Nice.
And that's the reason why I actually choose to join tech.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, move on.
So I think we shall go clockwise direction lah.
Clockwise?
So
Okay.
Joel
Oh,
next.
yeah.
Okay.
Joel.
Okay, so for me, 3 statements. Okay, A is my favorite language to code in is JavaScript.
Okay.
B will be I like to run. And C is I have interned with GovTech once. Yeah.
Okay.
So which one is the false one?
Actually, I don't want to guess because I know you very well already. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going to
Naza.
play. I'm going to
Why?
keep
Stay out
quiet
of it.
Is he
for
very
this time round.
sporty? Is he
Okay.
very
So you guys just start to guess lah. Which of the ones is actually a lie?
Yeah.
So
So A is
Running, don't.
running.
I hate to
A-
say this lah. You don't look like someone.
I don't look like someone who like to run. No. How about you
Okay,
guys?
I tell
You
you
look
what.
sporty.
Okay, I think you all want to stick to that. His favorite language is JavaScript. I think it's not.
Cannot.
There's a
Okay,
lot of
so we
programming language.
fixate on that lah. So we are
So-
going to say
Okay.
that that is the lie.
So A is the lie. I don't like to
yeah,
code in JavaScript.
that's the lie. Yes.
Okay, so actually the false answer is that I've interned in GovTech once. So actually, right, the truth is I've interned with GovTech twice. It's a
So,
trick
so
question.
it's actually a word
Yeah,
play
it's a
between
word play,
once
yeah.
and twice.
So the truth is, right, I've interned with GovTech twice. First time was in 2019, so that was a 4 months internship.
Right.
And then my second internship was during 2020. It was a 1 year long internship. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
I actually like to run. So
Oh, I mean, can see from your body
Oh.
fitness.
I'm not sporty, but I like to run. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
interesting.
now what about Bernice?
Oh, I'm the last one. Okay. So the 3 statement. A is during like catch up with friends. So cause I graduate way much earlier than most of my peers. So I'll always share with them like how GovTech is, and I think I'm very proud about GovTech values, agile, bold, collaborative, which is ABC.
Whoa.
So I'll always talk about
Oh.
it with my friends. So yep, that's the first point. The second
Okay.
one is I don't play computer games. The third one is in terms of development work, IT work, I prefer the back end operation than the front end operation. So guess which one is the lie?
I
This one
think the
actually
the ABC sounds a bit
yeah, a bit
fishy.
suspicious.
Yeah, because you
Because
really
it's
go
not
up to
a-
your family members and then explain what is agile, bold, and collaborative. How do you say that in Chinese?
It's not a very
Is that
common
direct
topic to talk
translation?
about, right? Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess you can try to describe the words. My Chinese isn't that great, but
Okay.
yes, I managed to do that.
So I think I'm going to say that that's the lie lah. You guys.
I
agree?
If
also
it's
think so,
true,
yeah.
right, she will really be the GovTech ambassador. Okay.
Okay, what did
Let's
the
see.
audience say?
Yeah. What did the
Let
audience say,
me
Joel?
take a look.
Take a peek.
Okay.
Take a peek.
It's,
C is a lie.
C is a lie.
Who
so
likes back end? Oh, okay.
Who likes
Wow.
back end? Oh.
Hey guys, I like
Actually-
back end a lot. Okay, I mean, if you were to
Yeah.
give me a front end and back end, I definitely go for back end, hands down.
Yeah, yeah.
What about
yeah.
you, Joel?
Back end is quite fun actually.
You guys?
I like
Yeah.
Okay, come, everyone come. So let me review what is
Back
the
end
lie.
for the
So
win. Okay.
the
Okay.
lie is actually I don't play computer. Actually, I do play computer games. I play quite a wide range of games from Steam. So
Okay.
yeah, and yes, I do kind of very proudly share about the ABC values with
Wow.
friends
Okay,
and family.
okay.
So the
Okay.
ABC
Cool.
values is the truth, guys.
And yes, I do
Oh, okay.
like back end because I find front end a little difficult for myself, but I do know of peers who really love front end. So
Yeah,
everyone has their own preference, so no right, no wrong.
exactly. Okay, so next is my turn. Okay, let me say.
Oh, I'm
Let
not the
me
last.
think
Okay,
about
yes.
the A, B, and C. Okay, so this is the first point, second point, and third point. The 3 things about
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing about myself is that my poly education actually sparked my interest in the tech industry. So that is point number 1. Okay?
Okay.
Then point number 2 is that I actually took a gap year after my national service in order to explore where I should specialize in the tech industry before getting into SIT. So that is number 2. And the third one is that I do community volunteering in a bi-weekly basis. So this is the 3 things about myself. So what do you all think?
Yeah, I think you look kind, so you will do
Thank you.
Okay,
maybe
but
so.
the gap years a bit difficult in my opinion, but who knows? But okay.
Okay, what do the audience say?
Yeah,
Joel,
yeah.
you can help
Okay.
me check.
Let me take a look.
Yeah.
So,
Gap year?
Get
Let me
guessing, guys.
see.
Get guessing.
Yeah, I keep guessing.
Nobody. Well, nobody want to entertain me lah.
there-
See, no one wants to.
there's one that
guess.
said C.
Okay.
There's one that said A.
Oh.
Okay, so C and A. So basically, one of y'all said that my poly education actually sparked my interest in tech. Is the lie, and one of y'all said that I volunteer during my spare time. Okay, I think I just revealed lah. Okay, so the fake thing is that the fake thing is that my poly education actually sparked my interest in the tech industry. Actually, to be honest, I already had interest in the tech industry even before I got into my polytechnic. So when I was in back during my secondary school days, I like to play games. I'm a fan of it, computer games especially. So there was this very popular game where I went into it, and then I added on game extensions. So in these game extensions, right, you have to like get it working somehow lah. So one of the game extension wasn't working. So I was like thinking, how can I go fix this? Then I opened up the script, and it was all like, some different type of words I've never seen in my life before at that point of time. So I just,
languages. Right?
yeah, exactly, alien language. So I can't really, then I like, okay, never mind, you know what, I just do my best. I tried to like act really smart, then I tried to fix something.
Wow.
And then somewhat it got working lah.
Wow.
Then I was like, wow,
Magic.
okay, beginner luck lah, beginner luck.
luck.
Okay, so, and that's when actually it really sparked my interest in the tech industry, and from there I wanted to go into information technology at Republic Poly. Yeah.
I see. Very
So
nice,
that
very
is the
nice.
3 things about myself and that one lie lah. Okay, I think
Interesting.
now that we talk about our different things about ourselves, now we can move to the next section, which is to reminisce about school days. Okay,
school days.
so how this is going to work is I'm going to magically get this box behind Joven. Okay, and then Joven is going to pick up that box in awe, because it's going to be a magic show, right? Come on. Okay, and then once you pick that up, there are going to be a lot of questions about our school days, which each of us have to answer. So ready, Joven? Okay, I'm going to do the magic show. Alakazam, Alakazam. You want to check?
Wow, NASA. Okay, interesting.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
guys, do not try this at home.
Wow.
Okay, disclaimer, do not try this at home.
Okay. So I'm supposed to take a question here and then I'll answer them lah.
Yeah, anyone can start lah if you want
Okay.
to go ahead.
Okay, I'll just start. I'll pick one. So this is one question that is, my biggest regret during my schooling days is
Okay, I can take that. So
Okay.
for me, like in uni, everyone will be doing capstone, which is the final year project, the huge project that everyone is doing. So one of the biggest regret I have is that I didn't speak out and express my views during these projects, and I realized that if you do not speak out your views, you will realize that down the road while you're doing the development, there are actually some points where if you have chosen to speak out, you would actually remove a potential hurdle. So at hindsight, you feel that you will always think back and reflect, yeah, you know why I didn't speak out. So I would say everyone, you should try to take the first step, being bold, and just speak out, even though there is the uncomfortable moments about fearing that you'll ruin the harmony between your team members. But being able to speak out and bring out this point will actually bring your team forward even more.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like communication skill is very important.
Yes.
Whether in school projects or even at workplace.
Yeah.
So once again, Bernice even mentioned about agile, bold, and collaborative.
Yeah.
So Joven, you got anything to add on to that?
Okay, so for me, my biggest regret in school is that I didn't really utilize the student privileges much. So in school, right? At least for tech lah, you have a lot of like
School credits.
freebies.
Yeah.
Yeah, freebies. So credits like AWS, right? So in those credits, you can actually get to test out a lot of these technologies, and then those technologies will help you like build up a career start point for you lah. Like
Yeah.
if you're interested, definitely go and use up the credits, and then go and try out different technologies. Yeah.
Yeah, so to add on, right, actually there are a lot of different websites a lot of different learning portals which actually provides a free learning resources to school students. So you guys can go check that out in your school website and then maybe talk to your professors or what, then they will recommend you some. And then you all can make full use of those school credits before you graduate, because once you graduate, nothing is free anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, anyway, I
yeah.
think there are more audience joining us. So,
Okay, hi, welcome,
everyone.
welcome
Hello,
everyone.
Welcome,
Hello.
welcome.
so I guess I think it would be good if we introduce ourselves again. So let me start first. Yeah. So hi everyone, I'm Bernice. I'm an associate DevOps engineer. So I graduated from NUS in 2019 and I majored in information systems. So what I do is that I provide services to developers and help them speed up their delivery of products.
Okay, I'll go next.
Yep.
Hi everyone, once again, I'm Mohammad Nazar and I'm an associate AI engineer in data science and AI division, video analytics team. So what we do is that we provide solutions, some things like computer vision. So there are different types of computer vision techniques like object detection and recognition, image classification, and so on, in order to streamline our customers' traditional workflows. Yeah. So did I miss out anything else? Oh, where I graduated
from,
from?
yeah.
I graduated from Singapore Institute of Technology and I majored in information technology, software engineering. Yes.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Ming Shen and I'm an associate software engineer under GovTech Services Group. So currently I'm situated at Ministry of Manpower and I'm working under the division called WorkPass Integration System. Yeah, and my project is revolving around the foreign domestic workers. Yeah. I graduated from NUS on 2019, majoring in information system. Yeah. Hello everyone.
So back to me. So hi everyone. Once again, I'm Joven. So I'm an associate software engineer at GovTech. So I'm from the Government Digital Services Division. And right now, I'm currently under this project called TechPass, and we are building an identity solution platform for the SG Tech Stack. Yeah. So what I do on a day-to-day basis is I'm working on the front-end and back-end engineering, so sort of like full-stack development. And I recently graduated from SIT. Again, same with NASA, Singapore Institute of Technology.
We are classmates
Yeah.
and now colleagues.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, we both studied software engineering.
Okay,
Awesome.
let
Okay,
me
shall we continue?
Yeah, back
Yeah,
to
let me
Bernice.
continue with the questions. So the question is, how was your school life? Where were you involved in extracurriculums? I guess I can take this. So actually back in school, I do join CCAs because as with IT students, we basically always sit down. So I just want to get moving. Though I was involved in the indoor sports, which is skill sports, or in common terms, it's more of billets. Yeah. Then in my last semester, I was quite. I think being indoor is not as much movement, so I decided to get into martial arts in school. So
Guys, stay
to get
away
more
from
active.
Bernice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chill,
she
guys.
can-
I'm nice.
What martial arts?
Oh, I tried karate because I'm very interested in
Oh.
the Japanese
Wow,
culture.
that's
Wow.
Yeah.
So are they like different belts?
Yes, but I didn't really promote as fast. It's
I
only
see.
one semester, so yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
Okay, Naza, why not you take the next
Okay,
question?
my turn now. Let me just jumble up the questions.
Okay.
Okay, so this is share some of your tips on surviving school and exams. Okay, so one thing about school and exams is that how you can start off is that during your lectures or your tutorials, right? One thing you can do is take notes. So I believe that each of you have different types of lecture slides. So you guys can either print them out, or you all can save it in your iPad, and then you all can take notes while the lecturer is going through the different slides. So that is one way. So all these, and at the end of each lecture, what you guys can do is, for those concepts which you don't understand, you can talk to your professor and gather information on what this is and what is that, so that you'll get a better clarity on what is going on. Yeah, and also don't skip your tutorials, try to go hand in hand. And lastly, this is a very important tip, do your past year papers. So when you do your past year papers or those tests which you have done before, you will know that your strengths and weakness. So what you can do is that now you know that the areas where your weakness lies, you guys can once again consult your professors and try to improve on that. Yeah,
Yep.
so that is my advice. Anyone want to add on?
Yeah,
some?
to add on, right, what Naza said was right. Note taking is very important. Focus on your tutorial is also important. But I would say that getting yourself involved with many events and then try to make more friends. And then usually friends are really the one that you really can count on.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you can do revision together.
Study groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, share topics. Yeah,
Right.
share the key topics with one
Exactly,
another.
yeah.
Yeah, all these things can actually helps you in surviving the university life.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Teamwork is the best. Just remember that.
Yep. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll take the last question.
Let me pass it to you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So this question is about hall life or staying at home. Yeah. So this is really a right question for me because for me is that I actually stay in hall like residence place in NUS for throughout my whole university life. Yeah. So I would say that to stay in hall, the experience there was really great because that is the time where you can really grow independently. The reason being that you are always need to take care of yourself. Anytime there's anything happen to you, you will have to face it yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's really the time that you can grow. But I'll say that it's also important to really spend time with your family, and that's the reason why I always go back home every weekend lah.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So-
I think we are done with this section. So yeah, sorry about that.
Including this,
Okay,
yeah.
and then I think we can move to the next topic lah. Okay, which is actually the juicy part, which is how you go about finding your passion and once again building up your skill set in the technology, in the tech industry lah. So I think the next box. Let me see where is the next box.
Oh,
Nala,
treasure map.
Okay,
the
the
magic
next
tricks
box. Okay, this one the producer just messaged that the next box
Oh.
is somewhere hidden behind lah.
Okay.
Somewhere hidden.
Yeah, so they
behind.
assigned Bernice to go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
you-
you need to go find. So it's somewhere around here, not too far out. So you want to go get the
Okay.
next box.
Let
Okay.
me go
Yeah.
take a walk.
Oh.
Okay, so for those who are live, please invite more friends who are actually interested in joining the public industry. So get them to join the live stream. Yep.
Yay.
Yep. So currently, I see we have like 160 viewers. So
Not enough. We need more
Yeah.
viewers, guys. Come on.
found it,
We
I
need
found
1,000, 2,000 or more.
Okay, let me open up the box.
Okay, so we got the next box already.
Yep, let me just pick a question. So the question is, if I wasn't in my current role, what would I be?
Okay, maybe, right?
Oh,
I would take this question.
okay.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so back then, after my NS, remember I was mentioning previously that I took a gap year.
Yep.
So the first ever interview which I went for was a IT support help desk interview. So sadly, it was my first interview, and I remember I was very prepared, but I failed the interview. So after that, I went on to actually look into explore other options, like software engineering was one of them. So one of the company, they took me in and then they trained me, and then I realized that okay, software engineering is where my interest actually lies. So I think if I did not fail that first interview, I would have ended up in
Tech support.
tech support and IT
Right,
help desk. So
right.
that would be a totally different career direction to
Yep.
where I am right now lah. Yeah, so there will be failures along the way. Sometimes it just happens so that more opportunities actually open up for you. So don't be disheartened and keep fighting on. Yeah.
Nice.
Motivational.
Okay. Maybe I take the
Yep.
next question. So this question is, what sparked your passion to become the current role that you are in? Okay. So my journey is quite long lah. So
So the
From-
quite long is about how long?
so okay. Initially, right, I was
Okay.
pretty much same as you. I was doing like sort of tech support role because in
High
poly,
five,
right.
man, high five.
High five, virtual mic. Okay, so in poly, I was actually studying mobile and network services, and then it was more of like networking, like IT networking related lah. So in the third year, we learn a lot about IT support, IT service management. So we do a lot of like tech support, level 1, level 2 support.
Right.
And then it was also around that time that I grew like I grew curious how to develop websites, how to make like websites work in the
That's
internet.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I decided to proceed on to like university to study like software engineering and then learn how to code websites. Yeah. So back in uni, there was like a lot of like knowledge to learn there, and eventually I got into this role which I'm building on the front end and the back end, how to build a full stack
Wow,
website.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Together with like the infrastructure things,
Awesome, yeah.
It's
That
still
growth,
like a
yeah.
bit complicated to me, but I learned a lot through this through this period lah, from student to now full time. Yeah.
Wow.
Continuous learning.
Yes, 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 yes.
Agile.
Yes,
So
agile.
next, I think I will go take
Okay.
one from the box. Okay, so the next
serious.
question is, did your degree or diploma help you discover your passion for this career pathway? If so, how? How did it eventually lead you here?
I would say for myself, don't mind.
Yeah, can you read the question
so
again?
rather than discover, I would say discover, if you have the passion and you discover it, that's great for you. But for me personally, I think it's an accumulation of the experience. So when I first joined a diploma, which is in cybersecurity or IT in general, I think I was quite anxious and I'm not sure whether I'm up for this very technical environment like programming. So I can be honest that I did struggle, but if you were to give yourself time and be more patient with yourself, you are actually able to cultivate this passion of yours.
Exactly.
So regarding the eventually leading me here, I would say it's an accumulation of all the experience from my polytechnic to my university. So I realized that I'm very interested in IT where I developed the technology solution. Being able to create projects is amazing and great, but if your project is able to impact and contribute to the benefit of the users, like in our case citizens, it can actually give you that sense of achievement, and you know that whatever you have done is actually for the greater good as well.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay,
Awesome.
I think
Okay, so now I'll
You should
take the last
yes, yes.
question. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the question is, share some interesting skills or side hustles that you took part during your schooling days that you now realize are important in your job. Yeah. So I would say that the interesting skills that I actually gained during school days will be mostly when I join events. Like I said earlier, I joined a lot of camp programs as well as like event planning. Yeah, so from all these experiences, I actually can gain the time management skills. Yeah, so I actually need to, during schools, I actually help out to really schedule out the camp programs.
Yep.
Yeah, and also doing up the timeline and things like that. Yeah, so all these things actually helps me. And also through all these events, right, you also can gain a lot of social networking skills.
Nice.
Yeah, so you really get to practice that and then get more friends and expand your social circles. So those are the interesting skills that I gain during the school days.
Yeah, so some of the things for me, right,
Yeah.
actually back in school, like some of you will be like wondering, this guy, he said that he took his degree in software engineering, but he's an associate AI engineer now. Like, what is the link? So there is a link. Okay, so actually in my last year of uni, right, we have this thing called IWSP where we have to go out there and then work a project with any one of the teams in the dedicated company. So for me, right, I got the opportunity to work in the video analytics team. So I didn't have any prior experience to computer science knowledge or object detection or any computer vision techniques. So what I did during my free time during the semester is that once school is over, I dedicated a small amount of time to go look up different courses in Coursera. So I took up like one of the courses like convolutional neural networks.
Wow.
And then I went to go learn how it works actually. And then there's another way, another thing which you can do is that you can download e-books from a national library, Singapore National Library. So there's this app called Overdrive. So once you can find all the necessary books which will boost your learning, and that's how I actually managed to help myself with the skill set for artificial intelligence,
Nice.
computer vision
Very
techniques.
nice.
Yeah, so that's something you guys can do also. Don't stick to don't isolate yourself to just one area. Try to explore different options and try to diversify. Yeah.
We have a technical guru here.
No, I'm not. I just like to explore things. Yeah. Okay, I think so all of us answer question already, no?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
Okay,
finish
so I
already.
think this is going on for a while. So meanwhile, maybe we shall take some questions
Okay.
from the audience.
Yeah.
So you guys got anything, just fill up
Leave
the
it in
chat.
the comments. Okay, let's start with the first question. At Jan before us, what are some useful soft skills in management and hard skills in technology? So our technical guru, do you have anything for the hard skills?
This one I need to think for a while. Maybe some of you all want to.
Soft skills. Okay, maybe I
Okay.
can start with soft skills.
Okay.
Okay.
So for soft skills wise, right, maybe you want to find out what you are curious about in your learning. So when you are genuinely like finding out what to learn, right, and you are curious to know what goes behind those technology, people will see that you are making a very good effort to learn all these things, and they will want to help you grow as well. So yeah, definitely be genuine and be passionate about what you are trying to learn. Yep. So that's a good soft skill to have.
So I would like to add on. So
Okay.
one thing about IT is that I think a lot of people have this mindset that we should only be strong in technical skills. Technical skills is a must, no doubt about that. But the soft skills that I would like to add on is actually communication skills. And I have mentioned about how you need to speak up and stuff like that. So if you are able to communicate with people and you build your network, you will realize that people are more often than not willing to help you if you choose to speak out. So you build your network, and I can say that through my poly internship, for example, I have managed to keep in contact with my supervisor, and we still continue talking to each other like up to now, like after so many years.
So networking is actually very important. That's what you're saying. Yeah. So I think actually to add on to that, maybe for the hard skills part, like I mentioned before, there are a lot of learning platforms out there. You guys can upgrade your skills by by taking some of the online courses. Some of it are free, some of it is actually they are chargeable, but then you can use your skills future credits if you are above 25. Yeah. So we are still young. 25 is also still young, so not too bad. Yeah. So you all can do that. Anyone want to add on anything, or we can move on to the? Hopefully we answered the question. So we will look for the next question.
So another question asked was, any tips on how to keep up with the labor markets through disruptions? So maybe
I want to say a word. Agile. Okay. I think I've been promoting a lot.
Oh, once again the ABC.
GovTech values, GovTech values.
Yeah. So again, you will realize that we have been sharing about continuous learning. So agile, being able to move, along with the disruption, knowing what is new and what is, the latest frameworks to what is the trend, like for example, big data, AI, all those. And of course, you need to like follow through your passion and just stay up to date with Google being your best friend and being in the age of information. So yeah, just keep on learning. Come guys.
Yeah, I think definitely agile, bold, and collaborative. Just follow these three, and you'll be good.
I have promoted it, and you are being.
Yeah. Okay, I think that we definitely did answer the question. So I think we can pause the Q&A for the time being, because we shall continue the rest before we get into some more questions. Yeah. Actually, I think there's one more question.
We still have one more. Yep.
So, okay, never mind. This is the last question we're going to answer.
Okay, let's answer this one last.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question asked was, what are some useful platforms to learn beginner coding?
Okay, okay, if you want to look at some free coding platforms, you guys can take a look at Udacity or even YouTube. So YouTube, actually, if you were to go search maybe like how Java works, or like some different data structures of Java, or how class objects works. So there are a lot of videos which you can look and learn from. Yeah. So and then some of it is also for example, okay, the best thing is you start from scratch. You just start to do some simple application, and if you find challenges along the way, you guys can just start to Google. Just Google what you can't solve, and then there's this beautiful thing called Stack Overflow. And then they will try to solve your question with, there are a lot of people with that same type of questions, and then there are a lot of community answers to that also. So you guys can look up on it.
Yeah, to add on, right, really if you want to learn something that the startup codes, you can actually try out GitHub, because there are really a lot of like Hello World kind of codes in different languages as well. So if you want to learn anything, just go on to GitHub, or maybe like Udemy. There's also like step-by-step lectures for you to go on.
Yeah. Right.
So to end off this, so technology is an accumulation of wisdom gathered through all our community members.
Wow. That's great.
That's a very good one.
Okay, I think okay, so I think we can move on to the next section.
Okay.
So there are also some questions relating to job search. So wow, the timing very sweet.
Yeah.
So the next section is going to be job search, and I think for this, right, the producers just messaged me. They said that Min Xuan, they need you to go up and take one of the box from them.
Okay, can.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
let me take the box. Okay.
Why you so fast minded already?
Yeah. Okay, so this is about job search, right?
Yep.
So you're starting
Okay.
first,
Yeah, I think I
Alright.
can start first.
Okay.
Okay. So first question. Do you seek help during the job search process? Who and how did they help you? Okay, so for this one, I would say that, like I mentioned earlier, that networking is very important. So the tips that I really want to give you all is really try to network with people. No matter is your senior, your junior, your batchmate, or even your lecturers, yeah, they all sometimes can really help you. Or even during the internship, or like during the through LinkedIn,
Yeah.
you can also get people to really ask them what are the jobs opening there lah. Yeah, so for me, my experience was when I was looking for a job, right? I actually told my senior about me looking for jobs. So at that point, my senior actually very generous. They tell me about the openings in their company.
Wow,
So one of
that's
them, yeah, is GovTech.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Very
that's
nice.
why,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually submitted all my resumes on to those places lah, and I actually got all the interviews chance. Yeah,
Nice.
so
Think
that's
confirm
how
high
powerful.
GPA, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. That's how powerful networking is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so is it my turn? No, I think we should go clockwise.
Really?
Jovan.
Okay. Let's see. This question is, when did you start thinking about your career and when did you start to take action? Okay, so back when I was interning in GovTech like last year, I knew I'm going to graduate very soon. So around 2020 September, September, I started to look for full-time job
So
to
which
apply
was
to.
about 5 months ago.
Yeah,
lah.
5 months ago.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So because I've interned in GovTech, right, and it's like been quite a long time,
2
4
times,
months,
right?
yeah, two times some more. So I actually quite like working in the team, and then how like GovTech is very encouraging on personal development and personal growth, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to join GovTech. So there was like on GovTech, there's actually the platform for me to like see like what are the career choices that I can pick from there. Yeah.
That's great.
So there are also like other companies outside of GovTech that I look into, but yeah, in the end I went for GovTech with my current team.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's right.
So actually, just to add on to what Jovan said, right? So in a way, to boost your options and also how you go about is that try to do as much internships as possible. The reason why is that when you go into internship, you'll get a real life experience. You get on the job experience, which is something which you don't get at school.
Yep.
Yeah. So and another thing is that you also get to experience what are the latest tech or the current hot tech which you know the different sectors are using. So you can also bring that back, and then you can also share with your pool of friends. And of course, all this will definitely help you in your career growth. Yeah.
Internships are very important because you will learn a lot about yourself and what you like and what you dislike also.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I think next,
That's
Bernice.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me take a question. Let's see. So the question is, what were the skills, values that you think were important in helping you land a job at GovTech? For me, again, I think I've been saying ABC all this while. So I think for as you know, ladies in tech, I think for us we tend to be a bit scared when we refer to the job description. Like when you look at the technical job description, there's always a list of requirements that the employer is looking towards, and sometimes you may feel that you don't meet the requirements. Like maybe out of 10 of the requirements stated, you are more familiar with maybe 4 of them, and you personally may have this uncertainty about like saying like maybe this is not really suitable for me. But I would actually encourage you to just try and apply, and you know, just go through the flow. In a way, you are practicing for like all these interviews, and it actually helped me with my interview process.
Like
so
you gain more experience throughout the interview process
yeah.
also, right?
So
Yeah.
even during my interview process, I went through pair programming during the day itself. So being someone who like to prepare beforehand, I did reach out to the interviewers to ask, is there anything I can prepare? So they kind of just share with me to bring your laptop and you are ready to go. So I was okay, cool. So yeah. So I would say again, bold, being bold. Just take a step and
Back to ABC.
yeah, just try it. Yeah.
Okay.
Before we move on to the next question, anyone have anything to add on first?
I
No?
guess skills-wise, so for me, right, before I got my internship in school, we actually learned how to use like Git. So Git is a version control system. So
Right.
what Git allows you to do, right, is Git will track files changes
Yeah.
in a folder. So all those changes, right, will be tracked. And then because in tech field, right, you are always collaborating with other people.
Yes. You're
So
right.
using a version control system, right, is very important for you to collaborate and then know like who changed what code and what are the files that are being changed. So knowing Git is very important in at least for coding wise.
Yes, exactly.
Tech guru. Okay, Nazwa, your turn.
Okay, my turn next. Let me just jumble up. Okay. So there's this question which says that, do you think internships are useful and why? Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, so actually I was in this skill work study program back at school. So I started interning with GovTech from year 1. So when I go to the internship, it was during the semester break, which is I think 1 or 2 months of semester breaks. So during then, I actually picked up some valuable skills like, for example, how to code in Golang back in 2018. So at 2018, you know, Golang was still actually very new.
Yes,
But then now
correct.
it's like widely used. So that is like one of the examples why you should actually engage in a lot of different internships, and you get to see how they how they use the tech for different users lah. Yeah. And another thing is that during my internship here, I have to share, interning in GovTech is a total different experience. You know, usually some of y'all might be thinking, oh, interning is basically you go fetch coffee. No, that's not how it works in GovTech. You get to experience first-hand problems. When I get in to the department from the first day, right, I was treated equally by the engineers there, by the tech lead there, and I was actually assigned actual stories in order to, you know, solve different type of problems. And it was really it was a helpful experience, I would say. Yeah. So y'all got to add on about that? Any intern? All of y'all got intern with GovTech, right? Yeah, I bet y'all got
That's
something to add on, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So for internships here, right, you are always given the opportunity to learn what you what you want to learn. So for me, my advice to current students, right, is to set your expectations and goals. So when you go for internship, know what you want to learn. So for me, I wanted to learn about API and web front end. So I went to the internship and then I told my manager I wanted to learn all this stuff, and he gave me the opportunities to work from there. So definitely to help you, right, you want to find out where your passion are and what interests you. So go and learn about all these things, and then when you go into internship, right, set expectations with your manager, and then you will be able to excel over there.
Awesome.
Maybe just one last point. I would say from my internship in GovTech, I actually learned how to adapt to changes. So my project manager is really great, where you know he always put on all the different thinking hats about the different perspective of the users, like what are the users' needs. So as a developer, I tend to focus a lot more on the technical aspect only, like you know, you just want to get things working. But actually, it's very important to understand the user requirements and what is the needs of the user, so that you know you don't just create things for the sake of doing it. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. I think that comes to the end of the box, right? Okay, Bernice, you want to share with the audience some of the you know, programs going on?
Oh, right,
GovTech?
right.
Yeah.
So here are some interesting information for you guys. So in GovTech, actually there's a lot of campus recruitment programs. So there's 4 main programs for the students to the fresh grads. So firstly, internships, like what we have mentioned, which are for poly and uni students, and it's open all year round. So just try out and apply all those you know, projects that you're interested in. So the next one is actually Geek Out, which is for JC and poly students. It's actually a boot camp where you know you kickstart and learn and network with the techies in this event. So if you're interested in getting a scholarship, GovTech also has it for you, which is Smart Nation Scholarship. The application is actually closing on 30th April. So if you're interested in it, just try out and apply for it. And of course, lastly, as students who are in the final year, or like you are, you know, just recently graduated, there's the Technology Associate Program, which is known as TAP. So the application is going to open on 1st May, and that is pretty soon, so do keep a lookout for it. And to find out more about all these programs, do go to the website go.gov.sg//GovTech Young Talents.
Okay.
Did you get it?
So,
Later we'll say again.
If you didn't get it right, our colleagues will actually write down the link and then you can follow the link over there.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's right. So just remember to take a screenshot because I believe that the chat is actually going quite fast.
Yeah.
So capture and snap them. Yeah. Okay. So I think that brings us to the next section, which is life inside of GovTech.
Wow,
So
nice.
how actually life is inside GovTech. So let's start off with the next box. And where's the next box?
That's the name.
I think this time
You're-
around it's your turn, right?
You're the host, right? You should know, right?
I really got no idea where is it. Okay, maybe right. Is it below the table?
Where?
It is.
Okay.
That is so obvious.
Okay, all right, my bad.
Naza,
Okay.
Naza, you're good at magic, but maybe acting is not your forte.
Guys, you see, so y'all got to know I'm not acting. I'm being genuine throughout the entire this entire TikTok live. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start off first.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is, what has been one of the most fulfilling moments in your time at GovTech? Okay, so this brings me to one of the projects which I actually did during my internship days. So that was during my RWSP with the video analytics team. So the project was about have you all ever tried a manual counting? Like
Manual counting?
Yeah, manual counting means, for example, if I were to show you 200 different sheeps here,
Oh,
can
so
you
like
count?
Just manually count.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so what if I show you 5 different types of sheeps here? Sheeps are sheeps, the one which you count while you're sleeping. Yeah. So if I were to show you 5 different type of sheeps and the quantity is over like maybe 200 to 300, a
Okay.
total of them, and you have to tell me what is the exact count for each of these sheep. How difficult is that?
And
It
answer
is,
they are
right?
the
Very
same.
difficult.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one of the type of problems which our clients faced actually. So the problem is that for them it was microorganisms where they have to keep count, and if they and this was done on a daily basis, and the entire process actually takes up to 40 to 50 minutes. Just imagine how
By
tiring.
manually counting.
Exactly. So this is actually done by looking under a microscope
Oh,
and
wow.
counting. So my supervisor at that point of time, he told me, Naza, since you're new to this, straight away you start off with this object detection for microorganisms. So the first time when I saw, I was like, what is this? I mean, object detection, okay, you show me dog, you show me cat, I can differentiate between these two. You show me all these microorganisms all look the same, how to differentiate? Yeah. So after that, I was like, okay, never mind. You know what? Let me just get into it. So I actually did some engineering work with my colleagues, and then my senior engineers. They actually supported me throughout the entire process, and eventually we actually developed a model which can do the object detection for these microorganisms. So, and after that was done, it was actually put in place for the clients, for the end users to actually use the application. So now they're actually currently using the application to do the count instead of manually counting. So when the work which you do gets implemented in, it benefits someone, that type of satisfaction it gives you, it's a total different level, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my most fulfilling moment in GovTech.
Wow,
okay,
that's
okay,
really
okay.
cool.
That's-
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
awesome.
let me take the next question. Okay.
Do you lost count?
I think I kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the most challenging things when you first started working at GovTech? Yeah. Okay, so I would say that the most challenging things that I faced when I just started working at GovTech will be the lack of business domain knowledge. Yeah, so usually, right, business side they will talk about or discuss about the business requirements before they really come out with all the stories, all the tasks that you need to carry out. Yeah, so at that point of time, during meeting, it's really very hard for a newbie like me to really join in or contribute ideas to people. Yeah, so that is the part where I really struggle a lot. Yeah, so at that time, I really couldn't really join and I felt left out. Yeah, so but there are a lot of materials there for me to really self-study your business domain knowledge. And also, our mentor will always do some sharing with one another. Yeah, so that also helps me a lot in my domain knowledge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's great.
Okay.
Okay, next
next.
is
Bernice?
Bernice. Okay, I think Bernice
Okay.
go
Ah,
next.
Bernice.
Easier.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Ooh, sorry.
So, what question
Okay.
did you get?
So the question is, one thing that has surprised me about working here is Surprises?
Wow, that surprise.
Surprises.
Joven got what surprise?
Okay. So, one thing that surprised me here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think for me, right, when I first joined GovTech, right, I thought like government agency people will be quite strict over here, right?
Hierarchy.
Yeah, there's a very
That's a
hierarchical.
typical stereotype,
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I actually joined, right, and then about just within 1 week, right, my director from GDS, so I'm from the EMP, Engineering Productivity. So my director actually like spoke to me, and then we got to caught up a bit. So he introduced himself, and then I realized he's quite friendly. And then
that's great.
I realized it's not just the director here, almost like everyone here is all very friendly. So I realized that at government agency, it's not all that strict.
Yeah, actually to add on, like you all remember how our interview process went for what do you call that, our internships? You all remember? Okay, like for me, right, personally, my first ever internship interview was like I went into, so this was back at Hive. It's at One North. Okay, so it's the same type of setting, but there was like the table tennis, the table tennis court, and then it's not a court, it's like what do you call that? And then followed by different sofas lah. So I was seated on the sofas, waiting anxiously for the interview, and then my manager, he actually came up, he sat down, and then he started talking to me. Then I was like, oh, okay lah, so just answer whatever questions he asked, but I thought the interview was supposed to be like, in a very formal type of environment, inside some meeting room. Then halfway through the questions, I asked him, sorry, the interview actually started off already. Then he looked at me, he's like, yeah, actually started off already. Then I was like, I got a shock because I thought it would be like, super formal, but then it turned out to be quite an informal session. And it kind of boosted my confidence also lah. Like, it was very comfortable talking with him. So, and that's when actually things start to, fall in place for GovTech lah. Yeah.
They will ease you in, right? Very,
During my
chill.
interview, right, my interviewer was telling me that you come down at this timing, we have a chat together. Then I thought it's a chat, right? But it's actually an interview, and then I didn't dress like very formal. I just dressed like jeans, like this kind of dress code. Then I was like, oh my god, this is interview. I was damn shocked that time. Yeah. I think all of us have the same experience.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was quite surprising. Everyone here is very, very friendly, very open, and very, very warm culture here. Yeah.
So before we end this, this question, I just thought, kind of remind me of what I kind of realized upon interviews. So one thing to note is that try to think an interview to be a conversation rather than thinking it as an interrogation where the interviewer asks what do you like about this job, then you're like, okay, I need to answer. No, it is a conversation, to get to know you, and yes, no doubt maybe there are some questions that you may stumble upon, but just take it as a conversation, and it's a way for you to get to know how the company works, and also for them to understand and know you about other than just your skills, but to know you as a person too.
Awesome. Okay, I think that concludes our current session.
Oh, okay.
So before we move on to our final Q&A, I think we should play one game. Okay, so basically the producers just told me that there is 4 bonus questions or something like that, which is actually hidden to us and it's not in the boxes or anywhere. They will just display it and we have to answer. So firstly, can everyone get up?
Wow, spice things
one
up to
game.
this extent. Okay.
Okay, so how this game is going to work is that, okay, it's a bit confusing, but just try to keep up with me, okay? Okay, so there are 4 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, and
4.
Correct, but that's not the game, okay? So the game is, okay, the 4 of us, we, either one of us must start off with 1 and then followed by 2. And after we say this number, right, we must sit down quickly. So the last person to sit down basically loses the game. Or
1.
No, not yet. Or, right, if example 2 of you all say the same number, then you all 2 must answer lah.
Okay.
You all clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you all sure or not? Okay, 1. Okay, so now we two have to answer now.
That's the
No, never mind. So you all get to sit down first.
that's
Okay,
true.
so the first question, Mission and I will answer. So what happens if we don't answer? I think there's some forfeit later on lah.
What for me?
We have to do a TikTok video or something. I don't know. Enough of TikTok video.
I'm not very good at dances.
You're not losing one.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, can you start with the first question? Okay, I'll read the question. Okay, then we 2 must try together. We join force answer. Okay. What is GovTech's mission? GG. Good game, well played. Okay.
Make life better, is it?
Yeah, it's a lot of making citizens' life better.
That's
Okay.
half already.
Something to do with digital services.
Technology.
Close
Is
the
it?
digital word is there.
Digital services making citizens' lives better.
What are we?
Engineers.
Engineer.
What is the
correct.
action? The grammar.
Grammar. Okay.
What are we making?
So engineers, digital government.
ING.
Come on, lah. Okay. Can we just see
Some-
the
What's the
answer?
answer? What's the answer?
Okay, the answer is apparently engineering digital government
I give you
making
hint
lives
what?
better. Hey, come on,
got the
we got all the 6 words correctly. It's just that the way we pronounce the words are a bit different lah. But
Okay.
I think we got it right.
Give it to you.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
since
So
me
the
and
answer to
Ming-Xuan-
that is engineering, digital government, making,
Making lives
lives
better.
Yup,
Yeah.
that's GovTech's mission.
So you all must know, you all want to apply for jobs. Just remember this mission, okay? Awesome. Actually, we know, but we just try to be humble, try to be modest. Okay, give others a chance. Okay. Anyways, back to the game again. It's not over yet. Okay.
Not
So
over?
since we
Really
two already
again?
answered, right?
Okay.
We don't need to answer the next question. No lah, just kidding.
is
Everyone must
it?
go out again.
The game again?
Yeah, again.
Also
Okay.
wanna.
Okay. Hey, y'all don't say yet.
No, wait, no, no, no.
Three.
Oh, is that fair? No one started with
The next is Joven's.
Okay, Joven, you are
it's your
next.
question.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, the question
next
is,
question is
what are GovTech's values? Hey, come
This
on!
one I say a lot
Easy
time,
already.
Bernice bread and butter. Okay, so this one I know one. GovTech's value is agile, bold, collaborative.
Yeah.
Very simple. ABC, just remember that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's agile, bold, and collaborative,
Collaborative.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so once again, I think Bernice, you left lah, so you answer the next question.
Okay. I take it.
So what we do is the next question, Bernice answer, and then the final question we all try to answer lah.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and then okay, so just a moment. The question is appearing soon.
The question is
Name
three
3 GovTech products or services that have been rolled out.
okay. This one, I think now that it's COVID situation, there is trace
Wow.
together,
Exactly.
go where,
Yeah.
and save entry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's simple, that's simple.
Hey.
So that's awesome already. Okay, now let's go to the last and final question,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bonus question. What is the website our viewers should visit for more information on young talent programs available at GovTech?
Hey, this one just now I got say
Yeah,
leh.
that's one
Okay,
Bernice
I know
mentioned,
it's
right?
I know it's go.gov.sg.
What's
Go.
behind?
GovTech.
And what are we?
Young
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 talent.
talents. Hey, we are young
Young
talents.
talents.
Actually, we are all 18 and 19 only. We are very young.
Okay.
No, like just kidding. We just graduated, so they call us young.
Right, okay,
talents.
just to reiterate,
We
the
are
link
too
is
Okay, so the link once
go.gov.sg.
again, go.gov.sg/GovTech Young.
Talents.
Okay, yeah, you all can see the URL in the chat below. Once again, screenshot.
Yeah. Or you can just Google it.
Okay, so I think now we can go for the last few questions. We're going to open up to the audience.
Okay.
So we'll get the questions coming in soon.
Let me take a look also.
Okay, yeah. So just get your questions in through the chat, guys. We are coming into the last bit.
Drop them into the comments.
So Joven, you have to read us the questions. Are there two?
This one, no, I don't think it's a question, but funny. Any lucky draw today?
Okay, there are no lucky draw.
Unfortunately, no.
Maybe there's something inside here which I'm not aware of, but there isn't any no lucky draw. Like
Perhaps
maybe,
maybe the next session.
yeah.
Can give feedback.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us, guys. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
So if you want to know any updates, right, please remember to follow us on our social medias. So we are practically everywhere now. Yup.
Everywhere like Facebook.
LinkedIn.
TikTok.
Instagram.
One more, Twitter. Okay, we are
yeah.
practically everywhere.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
so let me see if there's any questions that are available here.
Okay, I think there's one question.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but I'll try my best. Quikwisha asks, where do I find out more about the scholarship programs available for students?
Yeah. So just now we mentioned, which is go.gov.sg/GovTech Young Talents.
Yeah, so
And sorry.
I think you continue. Yeah,
Okay.
okay, sorry to interrupt.
I think I've been happily
Yeah.
promoting this one. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the Smart Nation program, which is it's still open the application, but it will be closing on 30th April. So do apply it soon. Yeah. Don't miss the chance.
Okay, so get more questions coming in, guys. I
Yep.
think we got to end this. This is coming to an end soon. So, Joven, do you want to? Check.
So Ashley back with 70 asks, what does an engineer do? So
Okay,
this is actually quite a generic question.
Yeah.
So At least for me, so I'm a software engineer, right? And software engineer actually is also quite a generic, like, designation for us. Yeah. So for me, at least I'm into front end and back end. And front end is actually like doing what you see on the website, the front-facing application. So back end is what goes
logic.
behind.
Where the business logic resides in. Yeah.
Yeah, what goes behind the internet. So for me, I'm working on front end and back end.
Yeah, so to add on, so for me, I'm working as an associate AI engineer. So what I do is that I do model training. So model training is basically you get images, you label them, and then you train a computer this thing called an AI model, and then you evaluate how well that model performs. So this is also a part of engineering prospect, which is more suited for AI engineers. Yeah.
To add on, right, because similar to Joven, I also doing like full stack development. But to add on to that, we actually do also other things such as collaboration with other users, no matter it's like external or internal users. Yeah, so for me, I work at MOM, right? So I do interact with MOM officers. So I took out all the production support duties to really help the external users, those employers, employment agents, to really answer their queries, help them to really retrieve things that they need. Yeah, so that's one thing that software engineer also needs to do. Yeah.
Yes, so hope we answered that question. So are there any more questions coming in?
Oh, there's one more. At Tasteless Door asks, how is progression and stability like at GovTech? So it's really largely dependent on your contribution and performance, but you need to, it's something that I can be proud to say that there's actually opportunities everywhere, like within your team or even across your team. So, you know, if you, I think I've been saying "bo" all this while. Yeah.
So, actually to add on, right, I don't think so there is a restriction for you to stay at one position throughout. If you like to explore, maybe now currently I'm a AI engineer, then if I want to explore maybe DevOps, I can, if I were to express interest and take the right courses, I think I should be able to just jump, after maybe 1 or 2 years. So you can definitely explore these different types of positions and whichever career progression you prefer. Yeah.
And again, reaching out to each other to learn more about the required skill set or even like the soft skills too.
Exactly. So like, recently actually back at my work, I got to do some type of DevOps engineering work. So actually, since Bernice is an expert in DevOps, I was actually talking to her just now on maybe you can give me some tips or some coaching on where to start from. So yeah, you talk to people, then you just engage each other, help each other, and you grow as one.
I'm flattered, but everyone's learning together, Oh, anyway, another question that a lot of people are asking is that why do you choose to work for the public sector? Michelle, I think you are the best person to answer this question.
Okay, sure. Okay. So just now I mentioned about I choose public sector upon my graduation, right? That's the reason why is because I actually joined both private and public sector during my internship. Yeah, so I actually tried both of them, and then the key reasons that made me decide to really join public sector is because I like to see my product really go live, and then how my product brings benefits to people and ease the people's life. Yeah, that's the really main thing, and I also really like to see like the project that you put so much effort in is being pushed out and then being deployed and then being used for a good cause. Yeah, so
tech for good. Tech for good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, we have another question. So after work things asked, is it easy to do a mid-career switch to GovTech without any coding experience? And is there room for rotations within GovTech to try different projects? One want to take this question?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's my experience, but I do have a colleague who actually did a mid-career switch from business, which is I believe is finance, to the IT. So she's actually a software engineer now, and she's doing great. So I would say that not all roles require coding skills. There are different roles from technical to non-technical as well. So you can find out more from go.gov.sg/GovTech careers. And yes, there's opportunities to rotate if you already have some contribution to the projects and you do meet the requirements for the project that you are interested in. So it's always good to find out more from other teams, and perhaps you can find something that you take a liking and can try to rotate around to learn more.
Exactly. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so we are going to have last 3 questions from the audience. Okay.
Aloy LWH asks, I feel like I have studied for a degree that has little career potential. Will I still be able to work for the public sector?
Okay, actually the answer is yes. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, you know, your tech skills is not dependent on your degree or your diploma which you do. If you were to go out there, you don't have a related cert, but you do your own learning through the different platforms, learning platforms which you actually mentioned before. And then if you're really good at it, then if you can show it, if you can prove it, then I think nothing is going to stop you. Stop your way to getting into the public sector lah. Yeah. So
also at GovTech, we have other roles other than tech. So if you're not into tech, right, you can go into like UI UX, or there's a lot of other careers opportunities here in GovTech also. So if you like to know more, you can go to go.gov.sg/GovTech careers to find out more.
awesome. Okay, so 2 more questions.
Bobo Cha. Okay,
Bom-
almost
bom-
Bobo Cha Cha. sorry. So yeah. So they asked like, what is the working culture like at GovTech? I would say it's okay. I think I've been saying ABC a lot. So let me use some other terms. So I would say it's an open culture and a place true to its value. So like what we share about the stereotype being strict, and the environment kind of allows you to be bold enough to ask questions. I believe some of us have difficulties trying to reach out to ask questions when we have difficulties, and we may be too independent at times when actually we should ask for help. So in my team, for example, I enjoy working in my team, and I tend to be very scared to reach out to people because I fear I'm bothering my team when they are all so busy. But actually no, when I choose to step up and just express like my concerns, and like I actually facing some difficulties, they are more than willing to just help me, and even when they are not sure, actually we are working together to try and resolve this issue. And the feeling of being able to collaborate and and we are able to solve the issue, it kind of give me that assuring feeling about
That's great. That's
doing
great.
all this improvement together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
Like
Yeah,
for
Joven?
me, right? So I believe culture is like for everyone there's a different like definition. At least for me, when I was in my current team, right, my team was always like very supportive of me. Although I'm like, there's a lot of things that I don't know.
I see.
They always like support me, like saying, don't worry, just learn, and then just do, and then they will try to help me with
Along the way.
questions that I don't know also. Yeah.
That's great.
Along the way,
Yeah.
if I got any questions, I will just approach them, and they will help me lah. So basically, they were very supportive of me, and I'm quite soft spoken. So sometimes we have to do sharing, right? Like sharing with the team. They are also very supportive. Like tell me, don't worry, just share. It's just within the team, and they will help me like with pointers on how to like give out how to present properly lah. Yeah.
That's
I
great.
feel like working in GovTech, making mistake is not really something that you really scared of. They are very beginner friendly. Yeah, and also there's no blaming culture here. It's always a team effort rather than individual effort. So I feel that the culture is really good, and usually we'll fail fast, but we also learn fast.
Yes, exactly. We fail fast and we learn fast.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, I think we have time for one last question. So the last question is, if you could only give one piece of advice, what would that be? Joven, you're gonna
maybe
take
I
this?
share.
Okay, awesome.
So for students, right, my advice to you is opportunities favors those who are prepared lah.
Whoa!
So right, please be prepared with yourself. Know what you want, and then when you go for example interviews, right, prepare your resume, prepare what you want to talk about, your skill sets, and know the interview process. Definitely, if you can, right, go and speak to your school career coach, and then if possible, you can set up like a one-to-one interview session with them to sort of mock the interview process lah.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
keep practicing and be prepared for such kind of interview process, your skill sets and stuff now. Yeah.
Allow me to share one more advice. I think about what Joven talked about, practicing, and even no matter how prepared you are, you will probably make friends with Murphy. Murphy's laws expect the unexpected. So, when you make mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes as long as you can fix it in the future prospectively, whatever it is, learn from it. and don't blame yourself because it only diminish your own, opportunities that are out there. So be bold and step out and try again.
Yep. So
Okay.
definitely, right. Don't be afraid to make mistakes,
Yeah.
because if you're not making mistakes, right, you're missing out in a lot of lessons there.
Yep.
In mistakes, right, is where we learn most of our lessons. Yeah.
All right. I
Yep.
think that's
So
awesome.
that's-
Okay, so I think
that
that
kind of sum up
concludes
everything, right?
our live session today. So don't forget to follow us on our social platforms. You want to start off with our social
Like,
platforms?
Instagram,
TikTok,
Twitter,
YouTube.
Facebook,
LinkedIn,
and basically everything. Wherever you can
Yeah,
find us, just go
we are
search
everywhere.
GovTech
Yep.
SG and then be able to follow us. And I think that concludes our live session. Yes. Bye-bye.
Okay.
See you
So,
guys.
If you would like to see more of these,
Okay, I
right,
think you'll someone to add. Yeah.
please leave in the comments what other things you'd like to see us speak in the future. Yep.
I think
And
everything
then-
completed.
Yeah, good night everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.